If you guys just did what I think you did, that's amazing. This was out, you knocked and that thing was on. And it's sort of like, that's right. It was like we were trying, in its own way, like we were trying to talk about it. Oh, that's amazing. Here's the thing, right? Well, but that's a better way of putting it, actually. Right. That's so strange. But okay, right. I mean, they're talking about ancient times, but right, the sort of picture, right. We were talking about like, well, when we wanted to make our videos about, you know, putting a stop to this, what this aggro thing that's based here. That's the amount of harm it's causing everywhere, gone forever. But how, the way in which to, deal with stopping such a thing for real. And we mentioned a bunch of things, but one thing is we said, gee, we want to bring, other videos have talked about this issue of like we as the sort of people of the country and and our government and stuff like, and our government have lost economic sovereignty to this transnational level. And we've mentioned this network of European banks. One of the things, and that's interesting that they're saying in the ancient world, that's sort of like an example of the same thing, but it goes on at all. Could go right. I mean, what you eventually what you'd want to do when you set it in motion. Right. I mean, as far as the, like sort of Inter Alpha banking group and the people trading blocks of currency we mentioned. Right. I mean, this like Monsanto is like they're big enough that they're in that too. They're trading blocks of currency too. So we say, well, look, or you've all the you have a sort of shareholders and branch of corporate law and international law finally attacks this thing. But wait, I thought we don't have economic sovereignty. Where does that figure in? Isn't there this network of European banks? How much they care. They care about the environment, but doesn't sort of money in that amount doesn't sort of isn't that taking precedence? The reality is the government's powerless and we're powerless. No. But the fact is, as far as getting rid of this thing, no. What you do, I mean, with that is it to put the way they put it there. Right. I mean, right. To the extent that, and they certainly are, this agro thing here is an American entity that's certainly in that sector with their trading blocks of currency too. Okay, but our central bank, Jesus, hold on. Hi. Oh no, thank you. So it's amazing that there's a parallel in ancient times. Sorry about the door. No, look. People, those banks, first of all, they do. One reason they're so among other reasons, they're hostile to America, and why they finally basically took away our economic sovereignty. You don't really care about it. I mean, it's cause of things like that, an entity like that that's harming the world and the planet and human beings like that. I mean, that's a problem. While we may be out of control of it, no, they're playing in that block trading, currency trading thing too. But the reality is, no. That Inter Alpha banking group at that level, they like to see that thing gotten rid of too. And the fact that it's based here is a big part of their hostility towards us. No. If I'm saying, and also they know what they know what like our internal like they know the see. I mean, see, they know, and like Americans are living like an insulated society. Those networks of banks know what we did, what our CIA did in South America to make way for that thing to do business without thinking ahead and the damage. It's one thing to think I did waging some ideological battle or something by busting open markets and murdering anyone. Okay, wait a minute though, but they're hostile to that network of banks that took our economic sovereignty. No. But let all the people at that sector fight the thing out, fight the battle for us. We're out of control of it. The government's out of control of it. But no, once serious corporate lawyers, serious international lawyers, and serious major shareholders in that thing decide, like, listen, we're going to line up against this thing. Oh, at that point, you just have the people in that sector fight it out for us. It's just a matter of finding out. They're going to play a role. That Inter Alpha banking network. The government's powerless over over something that big. It's based here, but it's transnational. They're powerless over it. Our government is. The citizens are too. In that sense, if the government's powerless, so are we. But no. Once our like I said, once, people who's, we really have, like, some of the best, man, our corporate lawyers, international lawyers, and like I said, big shareholders in that thing who want what they're doing stopped. At that point, we'll just let the people in that sector will fight it for us. We just have to give them the fact that all these different sectors here want to get rid of it and have the strategies. We just like to know where the inter-alpha banks and so forth, like what will make sure they won't harm their interest, or they'll get what they want, and so forth, and then they'll just fight it out for us. That's what'll happen. It just takes a matter of like having this strategy here and then making it clear to them, like, right, we know you're in control in terms of how much of our currency you own, but you want to get rid of that thing too. How do we do this correctly? And then at the end, it'll just end up with them fighting it out for us, and that thing will just go away forever. Nothing that does that kind of genocide all over it. And by the way, what's a great thing about things where there's $3 trillion a day moving around, things like that, they're just I mean, it's not that they're discounted, but the fact that our own government did what it did in South America to make way for that thing, that's like the way they think. Like, well, we're gonna get rid of it now. Yeah, they don't like. They're not like holding grudges against us. No. When the people dealing with that kind of money and everything, when we have the sort of desire to finally get rid of it, they're not gonna say what like a citizen would say, like, but didn't you support them? Didn't your own CIA do this? No. That's not the thinking in that sector. That's the past as far as they're concerned, and that doesn't play into what they're doing. They want to get rid of that thing too. It's just a matter of making sure they're taking into account of what their interest is when all corporate lawyers and the international lawyers and major shareholders in that demented thing decide that they have a picture of how to get rid of it, have to include the interest of that inter-alpha banking network. Probably a way to work out of their benefit, and then you can stop that thing from doing its genocide. That's what's up. But they'll fight it out for us.